a lot of fighters are like, man, if I get taken down, shit, it could be over. Like they're constantly thinking that. This guy's not, he doesn't think that way. He thinks, sure, I'm going to get taken down.
So what?
And I'm going to get back up. And when I get back up, am I going to take you down? Yep, I'm going to take you down. We do have a huge pay-per-view coming up, I believe, next week, correct?
I believe it's next week. Yeah.
You know, John, I would like to actually talk about just the main event. Let's just chat real quick about the main event.
All right. Well, how do you see the main event? You got the champion in DDP taking on the undefeated challenger in Mr. Khamzat Chimaev. How do you see it?
Look, it has nothing to do with how I see it. I look at it too is that, you know, Chimaev,
it'll never have to do with how we see it, but how do you see it?
Yeah, I look at look, I know I've gotten a lot of flack for being a Chimaev hater. I am not a Chimaev hater. I don't care what anyone says. You guys can all take it. You guys can all just eat shit. I'm not a Chimaev hater. I love watching the guy fight. He's a fantastic athlete. You know, and it actually kind of feel, I feel that I have been vindicated by a lot of the other media that has also kind of said exactly what I've said. The concerns will be, what will he be at? What will he be like after rounds 1.5? Going into round 2, can DDP survive rounds 1, maybe even possibly 2? Can he survive? If he can survive round 1, I think he survives round 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where I'm at. If you can survive round 1, I think DDP has a really good chance of surviving rounds 2, 3, 4, and 5, and possibly even getting Chimaev out of there by rounds 2, 3, 4, and 5. That being said, did you see, because I know the knock is his cardio, and there's been several people talking about, I've been one that has knocked him on his cardio, and a lot of that I feel also has nothing to do with him. It has to do with the effect that his lungs were, the abuse his lungs took during his COVID infection, that he was very sick during that time. I think some of that, but then I also saw a video that showed him working out side by side with Aaron Pico down at the lab. Is it called the lab?
Yes,
it's not the lab in Arizona, but it's
Sam. No, it's the Sam Calavia, who's got a place in California. It's his garage, and he was down there working out with Sam.
Yeah, and so watching those guys work out side by side, watching the push, doing the hand push-ups up the hill, hopping all the way up the hill with hand push-ups, that, and then also too doing the bear crawl backwards uphill, basically like the inchworm all the way up.
Horrible.
That shit is exhausting.
Horrible.
And to see him slightly behind Aaron Pico, who is 30 pounds lighter than him, and Aaron is known for his conditioning, his cardio, his push, his mindset. He's been working out with Sam Calavita for, I don't know, since he was 15 or something along those lines. He knows that program better than anyone. Chimaev, he's worked out with Sam also, but it hasn't worked out to the extent that Aaron Pico has for the last 15 or 10 years, whatever it is. Just seeing them side by side, it kind of answered a lot of my questions. It made me feel like Chimaev's coming in 100% prepared. He will be able to push the pace. He'll be able to fight at a pace that people are not expecting him to fight, including me. I'm not expecting him to be able to fight at a hard pace for 5 rounds. No one can. But I guess what I'm at is some of this have to do with when you're training, you can push yourself and your body to that next level. But when it's a fight, there's that adrenaline dump. There's that he doesn't know how to control himself that first round. And we've seen this with amongst a lot of other fighters before in the past, that they don't know how to control Michael Chandler. Like, it's so funny. Anytime I can think of like when people just have no idea how to no fight IQ, I go right to Michael Chandler. But like with Chimaev, he is somebody who has a high fight IQ, but he just has a tendency in that first round to burn through it all.
He has no, and well, you know, sometimes you have to have what I call a self-induced governor, meaning that, you know, like a governor on a car, you can only run so fast, you know, and I've said it before. I look at this fight and I think Chimaev has really grown as a fighter, and grown in the fact that he understands, hey, if I'm given the opportunity, I'm going to step on the gas and go after this guy, and I'm going to try to get rid of him, just like he did with Whitaker, which is, hey, that's the right thing to do when you have the opportunity, but don't force the opportunity. Don't force yourself into being this overwhelming, you know, hurricane coming after someone that you're burning so much energy in that, first round activity, that you don't have it for the next. And no matter what, I don't care how good a shape you're in, everyone will get tired. Okay. It's a matter of how are you going to recover from being tired, and how does that, set up in your fight. I look at this fight, and DDP he's not impressive in the fact that, oh, he's this fantastic grappler. He's not impressive when you look and you say, oh, he's this incredible striker. Where DDP is impressive is he's got a motor for a big, strong guy. He can continue to go, and even when you look and you go, he's tired, he still pushes, which says up here, he's an incredibly mentally tough individual. So that right there is the one element that I look at that tells me, okay, he can definitely win this fight. It's not like I got a guy in Chimaev that's going to run through him. I don't think Chimaev is just going to run through him. I think DDP is too good overall for Chimaev just to run through him. But I do think that Chimaev is the person, if you're going to look at who's the better grappler, it's Chimaev, even though I think DDP is good. But Chimaev is the better grappler. He's got more technique. His transitions are just better, but he doesn't have the physical strength, I believe, of DDP. And then I look at the striking and I go, Dricus is awkward. He's kind of, we interviewed Keith Jardine, and I'm always going back to Keith Jardine, but Keith was an awkward fighter that affected some other fighters really, it really affected them with their ability to perform against him, and other fighters, it didn't affect them at all and actually made things easier for him.
Yeah.
It's just, depending, I don't know which one Chimaev is going to be. We're going to find out. I look at this, I think it's one of the better championship fights we're going to get in 2025. I think this is going to be a fantastic fight.
Yeah.
I think that, both Dricus and Khamzat are going to come out. I think they're going to put on an incredible performance against each other, and, may the best man win. I personally think, I know who I believe is going to win. We'll talk about that later, but either guy could win in this fight.
I just was looking up the odds right now. So Chimaev is a favorite at -185 and Dricus is a +160. Do you think that's warranted?
No, I really don't.
He's always getting overlooked. They overlooked him with Izzy. They overlooked him with Sean. They overlooked him. It's always even odds, or he's always the underdog.
Yeah, I look at it, people don't give enough credit based upon the way his style looks and how sometimes awkward he looks in certain things, how out of position he kind of looks and gets himself in. But you look at the things that make him great, and he's got them in abundance. And one of them is, man, he's got heart. The guy has no quit. He will not stop. He will come after you. Can finish him. We'll say it's been, he's had that happen before early in his career, but no one in the UFC has been able to do it. Yeah. So I have an undefeated UFC champion going up against an undefeated UFC and career-wise challenger. This is the kind of fight you're waiting for.
This is where I feel like some of the difference may be not just the cardio and the push in the second and third and all that stuff. But I also believe people look at DDP and, like you said, the herky jerky and the not flashy style, and it looks very like, I don't know,
it's awkward.
Yeah, it's very cavemanish. But what I also see, if you go back and watch the Izzy fight, you go back and watch the Strickland fight, every time he kicks, it knocks him off balance, which means he's got those heavy legs.
Heavy power.
It pushes through. Like I've sparred with guys like that. And like, it doesn't look like much. Like a lot of people talked about Benson Henderson having that. Anytime he kicked you, it was like, it just kind of knocks your rhythm off. It's hard to counter those kind of guys. And so in Chimaev, he's going to always have to make sure he's hunkered down. He can't just block it and counter right away. He's going to have to hunker down and make sure he truly blocks the kick. Otherwise, it'll wrap around the head and catch you and knock you out. He can do any of those things. Chimaev's going to also have to wrestle quite a bit in those first two rounds to try to slow DDP down. And DDP, what I liked when I heard his interview was, I'm going to lose takedowns. He's like, am I going to get taken down? Absolutely. He's like, am I going to take him down? He goes, absolutely. He's like, am I going to get up? He's like, absolutely. So he understands already. He's going in with the mindset. A lot of fighters are like, man, if I get taken down, shit, it could be over. Like, they're constantly thinking that. This guy's not, he doesn't think that way. He thinks, sure, I'm going to get taken down.
So what?
And I'm going to get back up. And when I
There you
get back
go.
up, am I going to take you down? Yep, I'm going to take you down. And you see the physical strength and the size of him when you see him match up against other fighters. And I think to myself, damn, like you're that guy. Like I believe he needs to come in with a shirt that says, I'm that guy.
I'm that guy.
I'm the guy that constantly upsets people that underestimate me.
Yeah.
He's the underdog at plus 160. Like if you're looking to place a little bit of wager, man, I mean, I could see you taking the champ on this, especially later in the fight. If you're someone who likes to bet by rounds, take it rounds 4 and 5, those championship rounds. I could see it happening. Could see it happening for sure.